You know, when you see those bustling youth volleyball courts, the energy of the kids, the whistles blowing well, it makes you wonder about the folks on the sidelines, right? The coaches.
Mm,
What really inspires someone to dedicate so much of their time to guiding these young athletes? What's that initial spark, that sort of deeper pull that gets them involved in coaching youth volleyball?
that's such a key question, yeah. And it's precisely what we're diving into today. Think of this as us trying to understand the heart behind the clipboard,
Right.
the intrinsic reasons why individuals choose this path. Our goal is to explore those core motivations, the love of the game itself, the desire to contribute, to give back.
That satisfaction too, right? Seeing kids improve.
Exactly. That incredible satisfaction of witnessing a young player's growth and the profound opportunity to be a positive influence in their lives.
Exactly. And to get a really comprehensive understanding, we've looked at a range of materials. We've examined like the official rule book for a major national junior volleyball championship.
To get the competitive landscape.
Yeah, exactly. And we've also spent time with coaching guides, designed for various age groups, packed with practical advice from experienced coaches.
Right, the hands-on stuff.
Then we've considered broader research into athlete development,
Mm.
how these young players evolve, both physically and mentally.
And the roles people play.
Yes.
Mm.
And finally, we've looked at different perspectives on the vital roles that coaches and even parents play in this entire youth sports environment.
And what really stands out when you look across all these resources is the significant personal investment. Coaching requires, well, it's huge.
It really is.
It's far more than just running drinks. It involves meticulous planning, serving as a mentor, and a deep, genuine commitment to each player's well-being and their journey.
Yeah.
So as we delve into these motivations, let's really try to connect with that initial passion that sets so many coaches on this path.
Okay, let's start with what feels like the most fundamental piece.
Mm.
A genuine love for the game of volleyball itself.
Mm.
You see echoes of this everywhere, especially when you consider like the long careers and dedication of figures like Dr. Darren Cannell in the youth volleyball world. It almost feels like a given, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And for many, I think their own positive experiences playing volleyball likely form the very foundation of their desire to coach.
Makes sense.
They've felt that unique camaraderie of a team, the thrill of a well-executed play, just the sheer joy of the sport. Coaching then becomes a way to not only stay connected to that feeling, but to, well, actively share it.
And it's more than just looking back fondly, is it? Coaching offers a direct channel to pass that passion on to a new generation.
Totally.
The Canadian Elite Academy video transcript really brings this to life, highlighting how their programs introduce youngsters, some stepping onto a volleyball court for the very first time, maybe,
Right, starting from scratch.
and help them build those essential fundamental skills. It's about planting that seed.
Absolutely. Think of it as a cycle of enthusiasm. They've personally benefited from all that volleyball offers, and they see coaching as a tangible way to give back, to ignite that same spark in young players.
Spreading the love for the game.
Exactly. It's about ensuring that love for the game continues to spread.
Okay, so moving from that initial spark, that passion, another really powerful motivator seems to be the immense satisfaction that comes from actually witnessing a young player's development.
Oh, definitely.
The coaching guide specifically for 11, 12-year-olds really emphasizes this aspect of seeing athletes grow.
That's right. Coaches get to see firsthand the incredible journey of their athletes. It's not just about the measurable improvements in their volleyball skills, that perfect serve finally clicking.
Or getting that dig they couldn't before.
Exactly. Or mastering a difficult dig, but
Yeah.
also those less tangible yet equally important aspects of their personal growth.
Like,
Well, their improved teamwork, their growing confidence, the way they handle both success and setbacks. You often hear coaches talk about the quiet satisfaction of seeing a shy player find their voice on the court.
that's huge. And when you look at the structured approach of programs like the Canadian Elite Academy, taking athletes from their next-gen introductory level all the way through to their advanced competitive teams.
Right, that progression.
You can really appreciate how coaches at each stage contribute to this long-term development. It's like a relay race of skill building.
And what's fascinating here is how each coach plays a vital role, building that foundation, then progressively adding more complex skills, technical understanding.
Step by step.
Yeah, both the Canadian Elite Academy video transcript and the comprehensive guide touch on this gradual progression. From those fundamental movements to more intricate game strategies, It's about building competence carefully.
It's almost as if they're guiding these young athletes through distinct phases of learning and growth, which really aligns with the long-term athlete development framework, right? LTAD.
Exactly, LTAD. We see references to stages like learning to train, which focuses on building those basic athletic skills.
Getting the coordination down.
Right. And training to train, where the emphasis shifts to more sport-specific development, it's all there in the source materials.
So they're tailoring their approach.
Precisely. Coaches aren't just teaching volleyball in a vacuum. They're understanding these broader developmental stages and adapting their coaching to meet the athletes where they are, helping them progress in a healthy way.
Fostering long-term engagement.
Yes, fostering a lifelong engagement with sport, ideally.
Now, beyond the tangible skills they impart, there's also this really significant emphasis on coaches serving as positive influences, role models.
Oh, absolutely crucial. The LTAD document itself underscores this vital aspect of a coach's impact.
Right.
Coaches occupy a powerful position in young athletes' lives. They're not just instructors, they become mentors who teach invaluable life lessons.
Like what kind of lessons?
Things like ethical conduct, mutual respect, the importance of good sportsmanship. These principles are consistently highlighted in resources like Coaching Sports to Internet Brats and the Comprehensive Guide.
And it's not just about the explicit lessons they teach, is it? It's about the whole environment they create.
Exactly. Numerous coaching excerpts emphasize the vital role of creating a supportive, encouraging atmosphere where every athlete feels valued.
Safe to try things.
Yeah, and has the confidence to take risks and learn, regardless of their current skill level.
This connects directly with the safe sport training requirements, doesn't it? We saw those mentioned in the regulations for the junior nationals.
It does. Coaches are often required to undergo training that emphasizes treating all participants with respect and actively working to ensure a safe, inclusive environment for everyone involved.
Which includes very clear guidelines around what constitutes appropriate professional conduct. Our sources are quite clear about what is unacceptable.
Like the absolute prohibition of emotional or verbal abuse, for instance.
Right. It really underscores the immense responsibility that coaches carry as positive figures in these young athletes' lives.
That's a critical point. Resources like the Coaching Approaches document and the Comprehensive Guide provide detailed expectations for coach behavior, respectful interactions, clear boundaries.
It's all about creating a space where athletes can learn and thrive without fear, without negativity.
Exactly.
Okay, another really compelling motivation that emerges is this genuine desire to, well, give back to their local community and to actively contribute to building a strong, vibrant volleyball culture right there at the grassroots level.
Think about it, these coaches are often volunteers, right? Freely giving their time, their expertise to enrich their local sports community.
Yeah, the clubs depend on them.
Totally. Clubs and academies like the Canadian Elite Academy and the T-Shirts Volleyball Club that Dr. Cannell mentioned rely heavily on these dedicated individuals. They provide those structured, positive opportunities for young people.
It's like investing in the future of their town or city.
Exactly, investing in the next generation within their own community.
And it's clearly a team effort among the coaches themselves, isn't it?
Oh, for sure.
Our sources often mention the different roles within a program head coach, assisting coaches focusing on specific skills.
And the crucial importance of team cohesion, a shared purpose among the entire coaching staff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's particularly interesting is that the positive, supportive culture they try to create for the athletes often starts with how they interact with each other.
Leading by example.
Precisely. When coaches work together with respect, open communication, and a unified vision, it naturally fosters a more positive and productive environment for the players.
Okay, finally, let's delve into those intrinsic rewards, the stuff that goes way beyond the win-loss column.
Right, the deeper stuff.
It becomes clear that for many coaches, the deep personal satisfaction they derive comes from something much more profound than just, winning tournaments.
Exactly. While healthy competition is certainly part of youth sports, the primary emphasis in much of our source material is on fostering a growth mindset.
Okay, what does that look like?
Encouraging effort, celebrating continuous improvement, and viewing mistakes not as failures, but as valuable learning opportunities. These are core tenets of many effective coaching philosophies.
Learning from mistakes is key.
And as Coaching Sports to Internet Brats astutely points out, sports possess this remarkable capacity to reveal character, instill respect for oneself and others, and cultivate the understanding that truly valuable achievements are earned
Through hard work.
through dedication and hard work. These are life lessons that extend far beyond the volleyball court, right?
Absolutely.
Ultimately, I think it often comes down to the pure joy of witnessing these young athletes overcome challenges they initially thought were impossible.
Seeing that breakthrough moment.
Yes, and develop a genuine, lasting love for the sport and mature into well-rounded individuals. That profound sense of fulfillment, that quiet knowledge that they've played a meaningful role in that journey. That's a powerful reward.
Often unspoken too.
Yeah, an often unspoken reward for these dedicated coaches.
So as we bring this deep dive to a close, it's clear that the decision to coach youth volleyball is rarely driven by, external rewards like fame or fortune.
Not usually, no.
Instead, it stems from a really compelling blend of intrinsic motivations, a deep-seated love for the game itself, the profound satisfaction of nurturing young talent and witnessing their growth,
Yeah, that development piece,
the powerful opportunity to serve as a positive role model, a genuine desire to contribute to their local community and cultivate a thriving volleyball culture,
building something lasting.
and those deeply personal inherent rewards that come from guiding and mentoring young athletes. It truly sounds like the passion begins with these dedicated individuals.
And when you really consider the level of dedication, the thoughtful approaches, and the clear guidelines emphasized in these coaching resources, the focus on safety, on holistic development, on creating a positive, inclusive environment,
That's a lot.
it really is. It really prompts you to think about the far-reaching impact of youth sports, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Which leads us to our final thought for you, the listener. Considering the depth of dedication and the evident care embedded in these coaching approaches and guidelines, what further questions does this raise for you about the lasting impact of youth sports
Yeah, on individuals.
on individuals and on the strength of our communities? We really encourage you to explore the source materials we've discussed today, or to maybe delve even further into the incredibly important world of youth sports and coaching.